acclimated to a certain zone and then taking seeds from that, does that make it more acclimated to where it's at? Like, let's say mangoes don't do well in NorCal, but let's say somebody has a mango tree that's growing and fruiting and you take the seed from that
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
grow it in NorCal, do you think that's going to help it with cold hardiness?
It could for sure. Yeah, through the there's a lot of things like I mean, kind of on the reverse of that. I mean, that's maybe a little bit slower to get like more cold hardness, but there are people like this guy did a bunch of mangoes for California, and he went to supposedly got genetics in northern India, way up by the Himalayas, and there's some of the mango species up there have some primitive cold hardiness. But I mean, you know, it's not that much, and they can still freeze, so it's hard. But that's the thing. But if you kind of reverse that, a lot of people did like they took like apples to Bermuda or Bahamas. I think it was Bermuda. It's kind of like subtropical. Somebody had a gold relationship. I don't want apples here, you know. It's all like kind of subtropical, tropical there, Bermuda. So she planted them and came up with the Dorset golden. And so that from the seed, it grew up and it kind of became more low chill, so it didn't need the cold, so it adapted to the tropics. So things can adapt a little bit from seed. Things will kind of feel it out. But it's tricky, like tropicals, to get them to like survive cold is trickier than maybe like the apples, you know, developing more of a chill. But it can happen through time, you know, and selective breeding. And they're just growing a lot of different things. Like somebody, yeah, there's people up in the Bay Area, East Bay, that are growing mangoes. And they might, you might do a survey, like, well, which ones have survived more than others? But even like the Manila, like the seedling, I know down south people are doing these Manila seedlings you can get at Home Depot. And those were surviving better than the grafted one. Because it's on its own seed, it's more vigorous, more grafted. And then a lot of the grafted ones are coming out of Florida. And they're on a turpentine rootstock, which is supposedly bad rootstock in California. So there's, so people are planting the Manila, and they're growing that rootstock, you know, that's a tough rootstock, and then they're grafting on varieties of that. And then you're looking for like things in Florida, or mango varieties that ripen early, so that way they'll ripen in time, because they take longer without the heat. They take longer to ripen, so you want to look for like early gold or some of these early varieties that are smaller and not these big giant ones.